We're here today to debrief our funders that are participating in our event this year on what to expect and what our top 20 SMEs are sort of looking like in terms of the markets that they come from, that they operate in the sectors, as well as the funding requirements that they need and why they apply to the funding fee essentially. Today is all about how do we get the funders to more interact with us and to secure their participation in this event and ultimately help businesses thrive and grow in the Western Cape.
So what we are doing today is in principle bridging the knowledge gap, the information gap between the investors and the entrepreneurs. The funding fair is all about getting them together, but we need to make sure that when the entrepreneurs actually meet with the investors, that they speak the same language, that they understand terms, conditions, how to approach them. That's really what today is all about.
So today is the second year that we are hosting the Western Cape Funding Fair together with the Western Cape Provincial Government. So we started out on this journey more than 2 years ago. What we asked was, how can we contribute to creating jobs in the province? And between Deloitte and the provincial government, we came up with the idea of having a funding fair to create a single spot where funders and entrepreneurs can have a discussion about how they can connect and how entrepreneurs and businesses can access funding.
This event is becoming a change agent to allow people, entrepreneurs as well as funders, to think differently. So you can see it's not about one event a year, and I already am seeing smaller events like this happening during the year. That for me is the exciting part, that this partnership between Deloitte and the Western Cape is changing the ecosystem.
Well, I hope that we'd be able to help encourage people to go out, start businesses for themselves, create jobs, and also be responsible business people that actually make profit and also have a social impact that is significant, because we all need to put our shoulders to the wheel to build our communities, build our societies, create jobs, create wealth, increase the circle of benefit that this great democracy can give us.
One of the central rules I always speak about, which I think Nomu is a very good example of, is that if you aren't breaking through the clutter, then you're just adding to it. So I would encourage everybody thinking of doing their own thing to make sure that whatever they do, whatever service they provide, whatever product they make, it must stand clear. It must always be free of blending into the opposition, because then you've actually lost the battle before you've even started. So break through the clutter. Just that's all you have to do.
The one difference between this year and last year's funding fair is last year we asked for projects that require 10 million rand and more. We tweaked it a bit and said we have two categories. First category is between 2 million and 20 million, and then the second category is 20 million rand and more. We received close to 400 applications, and today has two focuses. The one focus area is the actual pitches, so the 22 finalists, for lack of a better word, they are actually upstairs, and I have one-on-one meetings with 24 different funders who are also here today, and they need to pitch their projects or their ideas to them, and they then need to have a discussion around the viability and the bankability of that project.
So this is where it all happens. This is where the projects get to meet the funders and vice versa. It's been the first time after many months of preparation that the projects get to actually pitch and talk about their idea. Here's where the funders get to meet the entrepreneurs, get to encounter what are their characteristics like, what's the personality like, what is the enthusiasm for what they do. And it's about telling the story, where the business started, where they're going to, and why they need the funders on board as a funding partner.
So that's the one focus area. The second focus area is we have an exhibition hall where all interested parties, including these funders, have exhibitions where anybody from the general public can actually enter into a discussion. And to attend, you needed to register on the website, or you need to register here on arrival. It's for free, it costs absolutely nothing. And up until this morning, we had 1,200 registrations. So we expect during the course of the day to have at least 1,200 people here in the convention center.
Platforms like these are very important to first share knowledge, share experiences, and I think most importantly, it's a matchmaking space. It's where people find each other. It is always very important for people to find each other, because if you are to go around town to try and find the person that you met here, it will have taken you ages. But now you found them in one simple environment that's got like-minded people who want to achieve like-minded results. So it's very important that platforms like this occur on an ongoing basis so more people can find each other.
I hope that through the media coverage that other provinces will see what we do here, will touch base with us, contact us, so that we can replicate this in all of the other provinces.